Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope you're well. All right, it's been officially announced that Tony Buzbee is going to name the Houston Texans organization itself as a defendant in I call it the Tony Buzbee versus Deshaun Watson case. And that's, really how I choose to characterize it. Anyway, the reason is that a number of people have been reminded yet again, because they really weren't paying attention before, and I'll get to what I mean in a second, that Texans trainers or trainer or both were supplying non-disclosure agreement contracts for Deshaun Watson to use. Okay, and I have said something, and I'll continue to say it, and I'll continue to say it, and I'll continue to say it. And it's this, that, they weren't real massage therapists. And Houston has had a gigantic problem of playing host to what was estimated, I believe, in the 2015 study, as being as many as 107 fake massage therapist outlets. In other words, outlets where people would go to get happy endings, right? Okay? This is known. I blogged about this before. I vlogged about it before. I even contacted the professor, TCU professor, woman, whose name I just threw out of my head because it's been a long day. But I even contacted the professor at TCU who wrote the study that identified that there are 107 unlicensed massage organizations. And she wrote me back a very terse email saying that Watson was involved with licensed massage therapists. And I responded, well, how do you actually know that that was the case if your study said that the organizations, or some of them that you identified, were pretending like they had licenses when they didn't, right? She didn't answer back. And in general, didn't want to address the situation, and to me wanted to leave the whole issue as basically covered up. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion, okay? There's a lot of covering going on here by different people for different reasons. Tony thinks it's just, certain people in the Houston police protecting Deshaun Watson. But there are certain people out there that are protecting the massage therapist. And I believe what will happen is that you're going to see the real picture. The real picture is that a number of players were getting services from fake massage therapists and as a normal routine in their lives. And you would say, okay, why is this really happening? Okay? The real reason why this is really happening puts a negative shadow on our economic system. I contend that our economic system is very unhealthy and that people who need the money the most, who have families, are not getting it. And that was wrong for the government during the pandemic to cut off funds to assist people. And prior to that, we had this myth that, the economy is healthy and because you have all these super rich people. We have super poor people, okay? And what's happened is that women who normally would not take up the profession of fake massages are being forced in that direction simply to make ends meet for their kids. You hear what I'm saying? Okay? Look at the message that Deshaun, one of the people that was should actually read the lawsuit, filed by Katie Williams, who was the 24th person, right? Woman, okay? But in that, not the 24th, but the 23rd one, and Dion's listed, where she posted a $5,000 text that she got from Deshaun, $5,000 of money, okay? But below it, she writes, you see, I'm paraphrasing, see, this is how I get money from men's. That's her, she wrote that's her specialty. Excuse me? Her specialty. And she said that she wrote that she got $5,000, but she expected to get $20,000. She asked for $20,000. All right? But Ginny Ventris in the New York Times just ignores all that. Okay? There's a lot of angles here, and you're not getting the truth. And then people like to say, it's the New York Times. Yeah, the New York fake. All right? The New York Times is as much fake news as any other organization because they leave certain things out. The women that talked to Jenny were not under oath. This wasn't court of law. All right? And guess what? What would all that lead to? It would lead to, I think, by their desire, a gigantic payout by Deshaun Watson or the Texans. Do I think it's going to come to that? I shudder to think of what it's really going to come to, because I think a lot of people, particularly a lot of women who've been involved in this, are going to run for cover. That's what I think is going to happen, and I don't think there's going to be this I don't think there's going to be this gigantic payout that others think will happen. Now, I will say this. It should be. It shouldn't, okay, it should be. Okay? Because Houston's had this huge problem. In fact, I'll go a giant step further and say the entire city of Houston should be defendant. Not just the Texans. All right? It's a big problem, folks. But no one wants to talk about it. They just want to put anything on Watson, and then you have other NFL players running for cover too. Watch. Okay? Watch. And ultimately, the NFL may have to pay something to itself. I'm only half kidding. But the problem is, in Houston, that big, and this has been known for some time. I repeat, this has been known for some time, and I have talked about it before. But people like to build up numbers like 66 without asking, where did 66 come from? Answer, it didn't. It's her guess. Even if you add up the number of women she thinks it is without assuming duplication, which she didn't do, it only comes to 35. Okay? But to think that Deshaun was the only person out there, the only NFL player, the only sports player involved in this sort of thing where he's meeting a woman on Instagram and going and meeting him, and it's under the context of a massage. If you believe that, you are a fool. You are a fool, okay? You are a straight out fool. That includes Jenny, that includes Mila Kunis at ESPN, all these people that want to have this easy, convenient story that just points at Deshaun and says, you. No. It's a lot of people, okay? Super Bowls, all right? What goes on during Super Bowls, okay? Look at what happened to Roy and Sapp a few years ago. Remember that? Where he got popped for trying to pop some women who turned out to be prostitutes, and apparently he didn't give them enough money. I think he found them online and met them, okay? The problem is bigger than the Deshaun Watson episode would show. Look, even Tony Buzbee had exotic dancers at his 2018 Christmas party, and invited Snoop Dogg to be the entertaining talent. And they were giving Tony Buzbee a lap dance. Where did they come from? Hello? Man, okay. Tony better be careful that this thing doesn't like grow tentacles and eat him. Okay? I love Tony. I think Tony is awesome. I really do. I think Tony Buzbee is awesome. One of the best class action lawyers available. All right? But it doesn't mean I agree with what's happening. Yeah, it's something I can't rubber stamp. I can't. You know? I've always said that the NFL should have its own dating app for players so you can screen the women that want to date the guys, so that they're not doing things untoward. You know what I mean? The NFL needs to manage its players and not act like, oh, they're on their own, they're independent contracts and all that stuff, because it hurts the brand. The NFL is allowing its own brand to be hurt with this sort of thing. All right. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark OaklandNewsNowBlog.com. I'll see you.